Hello all, it's me. I've just gotten back from a little bit of a small shopping trip. I went to Hobby Lobby and I went to a local natural foods organic kind of store and got a few herbs and things for my skincare treatment because I'm wanting to really start in earnest to uh, produce skincare products that I can sell more widely. And that's kind of was part of the purpose of going out today. But just to let you know, I do make a number of skincare products, pretty much anything you can think of. I make everything that I wear. Today I'm using, I always use my face wash, my honey matcha face wash. I also use an apple cider vinegar and water infusion combination toner. And I also use actually today I use my daytime, one of my daytime moisturizers, which only consists of a aloe gel infusion and agave nectar. And I also wore sunscreen, which I do not make. I don't make sunscreen. It's just not a good idea to make it yourself because you can't accurately predict the SPF. So it's just not a good idea to do that. But I did wear my sunscreen and I wore my makeup, which is basically all it is a powder-based foundation. It's all I wear. I don't wear any other makeup. That's the only thing I wear, and the only reason I do is to keep my skin from getting too oily during the day. And that one is super easy to make, and at some point when I get a better setup, then I will be able to show you how I make it. And that makeup recipe that I make, you can make with stuff that you get at the grocery store, at just about any grocery store. Same thing with the toner recipe, and even the moisturizer that I make, that I wore today. I do have a couple other moisturizers that I wear, that I make. That one of them is another daytime moisturizer that has Irish moss in it, which is a wonderful skin soothing and smoothing ingredient, and it's called mermaid lotion. But it's actually based on mermaid lotion, but I've kind of tweaked it a bit to suit my needs. But I make that, and I also make a night cream that I wear that I call the anti-everything night cream, because I put ingredients in that one. It is an emulsification. It's an emulsion that I make. But it has ingredients that will combat rosacea, which I have a touch of. It's good for wrinkles and anti-aging and for oily skin, and I just love it. I wear it every night. But anyway, but that's what I went out to do today, is because I really want to start this thing off in earnest and really start making more products that I can sell. And I really want to show people how to make their own products that I don't necessarily need to sell, because they're so easy to make. And that toner is one of them. Okay, but here's what I got. It's my local store is called Purple Mountain, and they're very, very nice people there, and they have bulk herbs out in jars that you can get. They were out of lavender, which is one of the things I needed, but I can get some online. And they were out of Irish moss, which I needed, but again. But here's some things that I did get. I got milk thistle powder, and milk thistle is actually a seed, which is what you use the most often in milk thistle. And it is very, very good for reducing redness. It's good for rosacea, and it's got some anti-aging properties to it as well. I use this powder in anything I put on my face, or I use the seeds in oil infusions and water infusions. And what I do with the seeds is I usually grind them up so they're in pieces, but they're never going to get as fine as if you get the powder. And I actually do put this in my powder foundation to help with the rosacea a little bit, because my cheeks are almost always red, my nose is almost always red, and it does help a little bit. It does seem to kind of at least calm it and cool it down. But that's the milk thistle powder. And I also got some elderflower. Elderflower is one of the best anti-aging, anti-wrinkle herbs that you can put in your formulations. And I haven't used a lot of it lately because I've been out, but I decided to go ahead and get some and try to maybe put together like a simple everyday moisturizer that I can sell that might benefit some people. But the elderflower is very, very good, and it actually makes wonderful, tasty tea too. So you can, and that's one of the great things about doing the skincare stuff and doing herbs. And I always make infusions either with carrier oils or with water. I even make them with aloe liquid and aloe gel, which again I will eventually be able to do video and show you how to do that. But it's all very, very easy. But you can use it for your skincare, and then you can make tea with it too. So elderflower is actually very, very good for you to ingest. Although the flower is not as intense as the berry, as far as I'm sure you know, is very good for the immune system. But the flower is not quite as hardcore, but it is good for the immune system. Like I said, it makes delicious tea. Okay, the next thing I got was burdock root. And burdock root is an excellent healing ingredient, and I usually use burdock root in oils because it's really hard to impart all of that good stuff into water. But I do use it in water infusions sometimes. It's just I grind it up as fine as I can in my coffee grinder or spice grinder, whatever you want to call it. But I use burdock root for anything that goes on my hands. I actually also make an arnica bruise cream. Anything for wound healing, anything like that, you want burdock root. It's very, very good for that sort of thing. It helps to heal things more quickly, and it's very soothing to the skin, and it's good for irritated skin. So I use it a lot for my hands because I have eczema, however you say it, dyshydrotic eczema on my hands, and I have like this one area on that finger that just stays raw and dry, and I still haven't gotten a hand cream just right that will take care of it, but I'd have one that will take care of it briefly, but it just won't. I think it's just an eczema thing, but anyway, I try. I think I'm putting too much water in my hand creams. Honestly, I need to start doing more with just oil based. Okay, but I also got some slippery elm. I have not used slippery elm before, but I got some because they were out of Irish moss. And one of the things I use Irish moss for is for slip and glide. And that especially for like a shaving cream, which I just made some, and I'm going to try to sell some to some of my friends on Facebook. Slippery elm it's called slippery elm for a reason. It does provide some slip and glide, but it's also got a lot of different uses as well for skincare. It's also very good for your hair. It helps with volume and growth. It's good for let me see. It also helps to reduce redness. I might have to put some of this in my makeup now. It's also helpful for eczema and gum pain, which is a big one for me too. Acne, psoriasis, it softens your skin, and it's good for wound healing apparently, and anti-aging. It's a very good detangler for hair. So we'll see what happens. Again, I have not tried it yet, but I will let y'all know how it comes out I did just make some shaving cream, but I might make some more with this and see what happens. And I did put some Irish moss in my shaving cream, and it's really awesome. I used it this morning on my pits. I love it. It's great. It's one of the it's the best shaving product I've made thus far, and I'm so proud of it. But the next one and the last one is elderberry. And again, y'all know by now, I'm sure that it is extremely good for the immune system. You'll see elderberry gummies, elderberry syrups out on the market now. I have a friend who makes them as well. And I make my I always put elderberries in my oxymels. And again, I'll do another video on oxymels, but oxymels are basically half vinegar and half honey. I use apple cider vinegar and raw honey. And you just basically throw a bunch of herbs in there, let it sit for about 6 weeks, and you've got a wonderful, wonderful cure-all. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to keep you from going to the doctor, but it does very greatly soothe the throat. When I have a sore throat, I take some, and it does help. I promise it does. And it's also very good for immunity, and it will help with your cough if you have a light cough. But elderberry is also very good for aging skin, and that's the main thing I use it for. Is I use it in my night cream. And it's very good for aging skin to prevent wrinkles, and it kind of smooths it out. And again, it's just got a ton of antioxidants in it, and that's why it's such a good ingredient for whatever you're using it for. But anyway, you should try elderberries. They're really not terribly expensive. If you order a pound of them off the internet, it's going to be an enormous freaking bag, because the berries are very, very small. If you can see that one that's stuck there, they're very small, but they make a really nice little color in my creams too. I haven't used them for dyeing or anything yet. I usually use my hibiscus for that sort of thing. But anyway, that's what I got from Purple Mountain. And I also went to Hobby Lobby, but I'm going to do another video with my Hobby Lobby haul. And I just wanted to show you what I got from Purple Mountain to kind of give you an idea of the kind of herbs and ingredients that I use. So thanks for watching. Y'all have a good evening, good day, and hang in there. Much love. See y'all later.